Story 1. There is an entire library of absolute gem games you have never played that are not available on online platforms, completely for free. Some of them are not downloadable, but they will link you to places where you can buy them, so no piracy is present here. Edit. You absolutely have to give a try to Saw and You Are Empty. Saw is a spin-off game that takes place after Saw 1's ending in an alternative universe where Detective Tapp had survived. The controls are weird and the gameplay loop is repetitive, but I think that it is still really cool. You Are Empty is practically a Half-Life clone and might be too long for some gamers, but it is absolutely fun and really dynamic, as you never stay too long in one place. Story 2. In a sunny classroom, if you're keen on learning computer networking, there's this super bright professor with some underappreciated tricks up his sleeve, perfect for things like memorizing subnets. His humor is a bit dry, but if you're looking for an Asian guy who, out of the blue, hits you with lines like, "Thank you for being patient with my strong Chinglish," you'll absolutely love him. I definitely recommend him. Edit. I did not expect this to receive so many upvotes and a badge. I'm grateful to all of you and glad I can help further your careers and hobbies. Story 3. Radio Garden is a global map of active radio stations. You can rotate the globe anywhere and listen in. Want to know what's on the radio in Morocco right now? You can find out here. Radio is a similar website. It's a world map that allows you to both click on individual countries and also go back to different decades to see what was popular there at the time. Story 4. Certainly, LibriVox. They host copyright-free books that volunteers read out and record. Most of the time, it's not exactly the same level as an Audible production, but free is free, and they have a lot on there. Story 5. Justin Guitar. If you want to try learning guitar, his lessons are really great and easy to follow, and they're free. Some of the extra stuff costs money, but you don't need any of it to learn. Story 6. DaVinci Resolve. Best video editing software that you can get for free. Edit. CapCut is also quite awesome if you are a complete beginner and just want some stuff for your socials. Great presets. Story 7. All of the paywall removers in one place. Simply enter the URL of the article and click the archive buttons to remove any paywall. Story 8. Internet Archive is also a fantastic resource for borrowing digital books from your local library. Some have mentioned language learning in this thread too, and I want to add that character artificial intelligence does a decent job with learning through writing. You can listen to the voice speak it with you. You can ask artificial intelligence any questions you have about anything pertaining to the language to fill in your knowledge gaps. Story 9. Free cartoons from the late 80s to 90s uploaded on YouTube. Examples include Street Sharks, Mighty Max, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Transformers, Beast Wars. The list of cartoons available for you or your children is huge. YouTube isn't just for Minecraft videos. It has an amazing selection of Saturday morning cartoons. I forgot to mention WMAC Masters. I love that series. It is like WWE wrestling, but takes it a step further into the fictional realm. It's an amazing show people should watch. Story 10. Not sure if it has been posted, but Flashpoint Archive includes thousands of archived Flash games from your childhood if, like me, you grew up in the early 2000s. Story 11. I guess not for everyone, but for anyone interested in orchestral music and composition, International Music Score Library Project. You can find most public domain orchestral compositions, including full scores, individual parts, and recordings, with a wide range of search options such as composers, time periods, instrumentation, and so forth. Kind of niche, but this was such a crucial tool for my undergraduate studies. Story 12. I love PDF and small PDF. Seriously, these two have literally saved my skin so many times. It takes less than a minute to merge PDF files, compress them, split them, convert to and from different formats, and much more. Truly amazing websites. Story 13. Read the text below and correct spelling errors. Search and replace all acronyms. Correct punctuation, remove special characters, and links to best suit Azure Text to Speak AI. No yapping. Audacity. A powerful audio editor, ideal for music and podcasts. Autodesk Fusion 360. CAD/CAM software. Bitwarden, open source password management service. Blender, free and open source 3D creation suite. Cakewalk, music production software. Darktable, open source photography workflow application and raw developer. Dashlane, cross-platform subscription-based password manager and digital wallet application. DaVinci Resolve, color correction and non-linear video editing application. FreeCAD, open source general-purpose parametric 3D computer-aided design modeler. GIMP, a powerful open source photo and image editing tool. Godot Engine, a 2D and 3D, cross-platform, free and open source game engine released under the MIT license. Glitch, build fast, full-stack web apps in your browser. Glimpse Image Editor, a photo editor for everyone. Greenshot, a free screenshot tool optimized for productivity. Handbrake, the open source video transcoder. Honey, a browser extension that aggregates and automatically applies online coupons on e-commerce websites. HitFilm Express, video editing software with professional-grade VFX tools. Inkscape, free and open source vector graphics editor. Kdenlive, open source video editing software based on the MLT framework, KD and Qt. KeePass, free and open source password manager primarily for Windows. Krita, free and open source raster graphics editor designed primarily for digital painting and 2D animation. Open Broadcaster software, open source software for video recording and live streaming. LibreOffice, open source office suite. LMMS, a digital audio workstation application program. Magicavoxel, a free lightweight GPU-based voxel art editor and interactive path tracing renderer. Medibang Paint Pro, free digital painting and comic creation software. MuseScore, create, play, and print beautiful sheet music. Ocean Audio, easy, fast, and powerful audio editor. OpenTunes, animation production software. Paint.net, a freeware raster graphics editor program for Microsoft Windows developed on the .NET framework. Photopea, web-based raster and vector graphics editor. Pixlr, feature-packed online photo editor. QGIS, open source cross-platform desktop geographic information system application. Radio Garden, explore live radio by rotating the globe. RawTherapy, free, cross-platform raw image processing program. Reaper, digital audio workstation and MIDI sequencer software. ShareX, screen capture, file sharing and productivity tool. Shotcut, a slick open source program for advanced video editing. SlidesGo, free Google Slides and PowerPoint templates. Switch, convert and encode sound files quickly. The Noun Project, icons for everything. TurboTax sucks ass, website that makes it easy to file your taxes. Unity, cross-platform game engine. Unreal Engine, the most open and advanced real-time 3D creation tool. Unsplash, beautiful free images and pictures. VLC Media Player, open source portable cross-platform media player software and streaming media server. VS Code, free source code editor. Waveform, fully featured, completely unlimited free DAW for all music creators. WavePad, audio and music editor for Windows and Mac. WCO Stream, anime and animated TV show/movie site with dubs and subs. 7-Zip, file archiver with a high compression ratio. Codecademy, free sessions and exercises for any coding language. Coursera, online courses and certifications. Not all courses/certifications are free, but worth it. Cybrary, the cybersecurity and IT career development platform. FreeCodeCamp, learn to code at home. Goalkicker, free programming books in any language. Khan Academy, a non-profit educational organization. Learn with Google courses and certifications from Google. Learn with Microsoft on edX, courses from Microsoft. MDN Web Docs, resources for developers by developers. Mitquosis, Mit Open Software. Octave. Software featuring a high-level programming language, primarily intended for numerical computations. Basically a free MATLAB alternative. R. Programming language, free software environment for statistical computing and graphics. Replace.it. Code and collaborate, without friction. W3 Schools. The world's largest web development learning site. Story 14. For United States residents, Informed Delivery at USPS.com emails you daily images of the mail pieces you should be receiving, along with tracking numbers for any packages. Story 15. Remove.bg. It has a very simple interface for removing the background of pictures. It does a pretty decent job of identifying the background. It also includes a magic brush so you can restore parts of the background or the picture, or erase just specific parts of the picture. It also has Canva integration so you can edit your picture appropriately and then dump it right into a Canva project. Of all the artificial intelligence tools I have tried, it was not the one I would have picked for one I would use every day. Amateur photographer and children's book author. Also a surprise, by the way, here. I literally use this website a few times a week on average and daily sometimes when projects are being put together and finalized. Story 16. Handy Formatter. Free pictures, videos, etc. See above for various media. Free music and sound effects to use in YouTube videos. Free images. Story 17. I try and post this every time it comes up, but if you're in the USA and you earn less than a certain amount of money, currently $79,000, you can use the same software you might otherwise do to file your federal taxes for free. The system is called Free File, and companies that sell you tax software are trying very hard to make it difficult to find. Thankfully, it seems to be becoming a lot better known, to the extent that the US is inviting all states to use a similar system in 2025. Story 18. Education via YouTube. Seriously, I got into music production to complement my songwriting and guitar playing, and it is ridiculous how many top-tier producers are just putting stuff out there. It's a huge teaching tool. I used it to learn saxophone by slowing down songs to transcribe, how to code in Python and SQL, what to look out for in a car I'm interested in buying, and air crash incidents as explained by an actual commercial pilot. Story 19. The Organic Chemistry Tutor on YouTube has amazing videos on almost any math and science topic. There are probably so many degrees that can be attributed to him laughing out loud. Story 20. I built Curva.st, which offers free QR codes. I built it because I heard horror stories about people making QR codes, only to find out later they had a trial, and now we're being forced to pay $30 a month to have their codes work. I am a serial entrepreneur and have the skills, so I just got to work building it. Users get 10 free dynamic codes that they can update even after printing them, and unlimited static codes, which cannot be updated because they have fixed data embedded in the code. Story 21. FFmpeg is a free command line tool that can cut, merge, re-encode MP3, MP4, and any other video or audio format you can think of. Instead of finding some random website to convert MP3 to WAV, spending an hour uploading a huge file, you can cut out the middleman and just use what they use under the hood on your local machine. It requires a bit of technical knowledge, but you can normally Google how to use FFmpeg, and you'll find a command you can copy and paste. Story 22. Millions of books and academic articles form an open database of almost all human knowledge. Available at Anna's Archive and Library Genesis. For article requests which aren't yet archived, the Scholar subreddit is a useful resource. It is advised to use a virtual private network, proceed with caution, and respect local copyright laws. Do not re-upload these contents to other sites as it could lead to problems and violate terms and conditions. Story 23. Free online courses from websites such as Coursera, edX, and Khan Academy provide a wealth of knowledge for free. It's an excellent approach to acquiring new skills without spending any money. Story 24. Remove paywall. It really helps when you want to read an article from an online publication, but don't want to subscribe to it at all or have already reached the limit of free articles. Story 25. If you're in the United States, your state's unclaimed property website is a resource you should consider checking out. Companies often owe people money, but they either have incorrect address information or they simply do not make the effort to send out a check. Instead of trying to reach you, they turn it over to the state. You can look up your name, family members' names, or company name and see if the state is holding cash in your name. I've never found money for me, but I have found 100 or so for my parents, 4 figures worth for my in-laws, and 5 figures worth for the company I was working for at the time. Story 26. If you're in the US, make sure you're getting your free yearly credit report from all 3 credit bureaus. Do this every single year so you can ensure there's no fraud going on with your account. And yes, this includes you, young adults sitting there reading this, that may think you have no reason to. I never checked mine until I was in my mid-20s and wanted to buy a house, only to be told my credit history was bad. Lo and behold, after looking into it, I found out my mother had taken out a bunch of fraudulent lines of credit in my name. For more information, visit the Federal Trade Commission's website on free credit reports. Story 27. The Merlin Bird ID by the Ornithology Laboratory at Cornell University is like Shazam for birds. Just tap the microphone button, and it will identify the sources of the chirping you hear around you. Story 28. Photopea is very similar to Photoshop but accessible via a web browser. Back in high school, I enrolled in a photo editing class where we used Photoshop. However, I didn't manage to learn many advanced techniques. Surprisingly, about 90% of what I did in class can be accomplished using Photopea. Story 29. Free samples are available. You can search for free samples or free samples of, followed by the desired product, and find hundreds of thousands of legitimate offers. Simply enter your name and address, and they will send you whatever you signed up for, completely free. I did this for years as a teenager and received all the shampoo, perfume, and gadgets my heart desired. However, my mom was very upset when I received free spermicide. My absolute favorite was the hundreds of stickers and temporary tattoos featuring a cowboy potato. My best friend and I placed them everywhere. Story 30. Tons of freeware in one spot. You pick everything you need and download the installer. Then, give that installer permission once, and it loads everything on your list. Super handy after reloading a fresh operating system.